I've researched every single cruise line in the world, and I found the absolute worst rated ones.
Last night, the boat kept aggressively leaning over from side to side. I thought we were going to tip over. 1 star.
And that was only one out of the many terrifying 1-star reviews that I'm gonna test today from the worst rated cruises. So make sure to watch until the end to see if I make it out of these cruises alive. And the first cruise we're going on is
The Carnival Cruise. I'm extremely nervous to stay here because this cruise has a 1.4 star rating. That's really bad. Tom B said, worst vacation I've ever been on. They nearly sank the ship, sailing like maniacs. 1 star. So the captains don't know how to steer the ship? What did I sign myself up for? May P said, we had diarrhea every day after eating the food on the ship. I had pain and fever. I spent the last 3 days sleeping in my room during the day, unable to get out of bed. 1 star. Diarrhea for days after eating the food and the cruise nearly sinking? I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. And the crazy thing is, I'm going on 3 more cruises after this. This is just the first one. And it already looks like I'm barely going to survive this.
But it's time to make my way to the entrance of the cruise ship. Whoa, this place looks really futuristic. But I'm not fully convinced yet because the 1-star reviews that were left on this cruise will blow your mind. Is this elevator even safe?
All right, it's time to see what the Carnival Cruise room looks like. I'm nervous. Here we go. Woo! Oh yeah! This room isn't bad for a 1.4 star. Let's give you guys a tour. So my room comes with 2 beds.
A TV, but
The remote is not working. I'm gonna have to leave a 1-star review. Up next, the bathroom.
wow, this bathroom is tiny.
We have a lovely toilet. One thing I've noticed about this cruise already is that it's very overcrowded. I can't even walk out of my room right now.
I had to wait a couple of minutes to even leave my room. So now it's time to read a terrifying review.
Ali F said, the unimaginable happened. The 5th floor suddenly flooded, cascading down to the 1st floor. 1 star. That sounds extremely dangerous, but we have to get to the bottom of this review and go to the 5th floor. Let's go. I can't give up. I'm almost there.
After finally making it to the 5th floor, things are about to get serious. Because apparently this floor has a lot of floods. So I started looking around very carefully, and then I found something suspicious.
The Liquid Lounge? Wait, is this where the flood is coming from? I'm guessing that there's probably liquids in here. We have to be very careful. Water can come pouring out of this door. It looks like they're keeping some secrets in the Liquid Lounge. I guess I'll have to check this out later when it's open. There is a coffee shop. After looking everywhere on the 5th floor, I didn't see any signs of a flood. But I fully can't say that this review is completely false yet, because we still haven't investigated the Liquid Lounge. What's going on in there? And there was a review left saying there's a flood on the 5th floor. So we're gonna have to explore that when that opens. But for now, that's gonna have to wait. Everything we just saw is on the 5th floor, including the casino I'm in right now. So that means everything was flooded at one point. Well, it still could be. Okay, now we're outside, and I do have to say, it's a lot cooler than the inside. Like, look at this. There's an entire ropes course here. But this is one of the worst rated cruise lines in the entire world. What is your name?
Jerome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What has been your favorite thing on this cruise?
Probably the ropes course.
The ropes course?
Yeah.
I'm a little scared to go on it.
It doesn't kill you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a little nervous after hearing that, but today I have to test everything here on this cruise.
Oh, I'm done. I'm out of here. Besides having a giant rope course and an entire basketball court, they also have a water park here. Check this out. Dance if I'm the best YouTuber ever. That was embarrassing. But hey, let's forget about that because there's an entire water park here on a boat floating in the water. You know what that means. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect. I've never been on a water park on a cruise before.
Good luck, Jeremy. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to survive these water slides.
Why? What's wrong with them?
They're super fast.
Wish me good luck, guys, because apparently These water slides are extreme. One thing I've noticed is there's actually a lot of things that are broken down here on this cruise. I saw some elevators that weren't working, machines in the casino were broken down, and of course, one of the water slides. Well, one out of the 2 water slides are broken, so I guess I'll go on the working one. All right, guys, wish me good luck. Oh, yo! Oh my God. All right, guys, now we're back in my room because I'm about to get ready for something very dangerous. Jessica L said things went from bad to worse during a seemingly innocent game of bingo. Out of nowhere, a fight broke out amongst some passengers, turning what should have been a fun activity into a terrifying ordeal. 1 star. Yeah, so the thing I'm getting ready for is bingo. And after reading that review, I'm a little nervous. And before I go, I need to make sure I'm fully prepared because anything can happen. Boom! You're looking at a bingo winner right here. And I'm prepared for anything.
So I picked up my bingo card and sat down. I'm kind of nervous because what if I win and everyone starts fighting me? The game has officially started and the whole room got extremely silent. And then after a couple of minutes, someone got bingo. Everyone started looking really jealous. A fight can break out any second. Let's get out of here before things get ugly.
Woo! Oh my God. Thank God no fights broke out. But I am upset that I didn't win bingo though. But I'm gonna have to say that this review is false. All right, now I'm at the all-you-can-eat buffet. Let's see what kind of food they have.
Roasted vegetables? Hey, I'm just glad that the ship hasn't flooded yet from what Ali said in his review. And after exploring the cruise more, I found a candy shop, an arcade, and a very dirty ice cream machine.
I was about to get some ice cream, but it looks a little messy. We don't like messy. We like Ronaldo. John L said, my biggest complaint was a lack of shade in the pool lounging areas. Is Carnival so cheap or thoughtless that they won't even invest in umbrellas for the comfort of their guests? 1 star.
So I looked around and noticed they actually don't have any umbrellas, which is pretty surprising because usually all pool areas have them. Luckily, I brought my own.
I bet everyone's pretty jealous right now. I'm the only one with an umbrella at the pool. Haha. With that being said, I'm gonna have to say that this review is true. There's no umbrellas. All right, it's starting to get late. The sun has officially set, but we need to cover one big problem. Apparently at night, something extremely annoying happens. Let's read the review. Joanne R said, Carnival Cruise stuck me in a cabin across from the server. The server beeps constantly so you get no sleep. It's loud and very annoying. 1 star. Earlier we investigated the 5th floor, now we're going to the 6th. Let's find this annoying beep. All right, we just made it to the very annoying 6th floor. Let's investigate. Let's go. They said it's somewhere on the 6th floor. I'm not giving up until I find it. After looking literally everywhere on the 6th floor, I didn't hear any beeping noises. So I'm gonna have to say that this review is false. What was that? It has to be open, right? There is no longer gonna be any secrets. Time to get to the bottom of this. Liquid Lounge. I can already hear the water. Apparently there is a flood on the 5th floor, and I guarantee you it's coming from the Liquid Lounge. Oh, what?
It's literally just an empty theater, so there's no flooding on the 5th floor.
There is no liquid in the Liquid Lounge, and there is no floods on the 5th floor. That has been confirmed.
I can finally go to bed without worrying about a flood, but little did I know I'd be facing even bigger problems on the next cruise called
Margaritaville at Sea, and today we're gonna see why this cruise is so bad. Since this is known as one of the worst ones in the entire world, of course it's gonna have a terrible rating. It has a 2.3 star. That's really bad. All right, let's take a look at these reviews to see what makes this place so bad. Kelly B said, not a kid-friendly cruise line. Disgusting pool, terrible food, and they make it difficult to get a hold of drinking water? 1 star? Wait, what? It's hard to get water on this cruise? This already seems like it's off to a terrible start. Okay, well, I'm just gonna drink all this now since it's hard to get water. Dawn I said, this ship is old AF. The water tastes like dirt. They use the same water in the tea and juice. We were told we couldn't bring anything on the ship, including water. Who does that? 1 star. I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the craziest reviews I've ever heard of. The water tastes like dirt? Is that seriously true? I am seriously terrified now. Well, with all that being said, let's get on the cruise.
Now I'm even more scared after reading those 1-star reviews. But I can't turn back now. I took an entire flight to get here. What's the worst that can happen?
Guys, this is Leo. This is my first friend I met so far. How's it going?
Man, it's going great, man. I'm excited to be here, man. Ready to have a great time.
So what should I be expecting here on Margaritaville?
Man, a lot of great food, a lot of great shows, and a lot of great sights.
Wait, I'm confused because all the one-star reviews say the complete opposite. And talking about that, the first water fountain I saw was broken. I guess it is hard to get water here. I made it to the main lobby and it looks pretty cool. Now we're heading to my room and honestly, I'm really nervous.
All right, we made it to my room, and honestly, I have no idea what to expect. I mean, this is one of the worst cruises in the entire world, so I can only imagine what the rooms look like. And also, someone left a crazy review about something they found inside of their room. Let me read it to you. Madison K said, "We got in the room and a urinal cake fell out on me out of the air vents. I don't care if it's clean or dirty. Gross." We went to the reception and they said they would send champagne and strawberries to her room, which never arrived. 1 star. I might just sleep out in the hallway. I don't want a urinal cake to fall on me. I'm not backing down. Let's go.
The room isn't too bad, but it feels like a box with no ocean view.
Okay, it's time to give you guys the official Margaritaville room tour. This side of the room is clear. No urinal cakes dropping yet. I bet you guys probably think I'm overreacting, but I am not. This is what a urinal cake looks like. People pee on this. One of these fell from the ceiling in Madison's room, and she even left a picture of this actually happening.
Where did all these weird stains come from on the ceiling? Also, some walls were damaged, and I just found out my TV doesn't have YouTube. And the bathroom is tiny. Is that a stain on the shower?
I went to several different tiny homes for a video, and even those showers weren't this small. I literally have no room in here.
And after exploring the whole room, I realized no urinal cakes fell on me from the air vent. I guess Madison just got unlucky. All right, it's time to head out and explore the ship.
But first, it's time to read a 1-star review. Let's go. Christine M said, "This ship should have total rehab. It is old and many areas are in tough shape. Food at the buffet of indecision is awful. 1 star. Wait, what? This ship should have total rehab? That does not sound good. And the buffet is one of the only food options here. Christine said it's awful. No, we have to investigate this. Let's go."
It's time to see if this review is true or not. And yeah, they weren't wrong. This cruise definitely had a couple of areas that were in rough shape, like elevators were broken, the pool table was broke, and let's not forget about the weird stains on my ceiling. But at the same time, I see a lot of people having fun, dancing in the pool area, and the staff here are very nice.
But I didn't forget about the last part of Christine's review because she said the food was awful at the buffet. And that's pretty concerning because that's mostly what I'm gonna be eating on this cruise. So let's head over to the buffet and hope the food is not awful. I think I'll actually cry.
I am hoping the food isn't as bad as the reviews say. And while we're here, let's see if the water actually tastes like dirt. Wish me luck, guys. Wait, it's okay. And I didn't find much food that actually interested me. There's not that many options. And it was also a bit dirty. All right, I'm really hungry. Just wish me good luck, guys. Wait, there's something weird in the rice.
And with all that being said, I'm gonna have to say that Christine's review is true.
Subscribe with the accent from Brazil.
Now it's time to go explore the top floor. Wait, they have pickleball?
I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm actually a professional. I'll even bet $1,000 against you. Here, take that. Yeah, it's game on. Are you ready?
I was totally winning the game until I realized how lonely I am.
But it's no time to be sad because we're still in the middle of our investigation. Let's keep exploring around. But before I continue, Kara T has something to tell us. Let's read the review. I don't recommend this cruise at all. The downfall was the boat is kinda dirty. Pool is small and hot. Nightclub kinda sucked. 1 star. I can confirm that the boat is definitely dirty, but I have not checked out the nightclub yet. Looks pretty cool.
Now we're inside the nightclub, and the vibe is actually pretty nice.
Kara T, your review might seem false to me because this nightclub does seem kind of lit. Yeah.
And the other part of Kara T's review talked about the pool being small.
All right, we just made it all the way to the front of the boat, and this is the adults-only pool. Wow, I feel kind of cool to be in here. There is also a lot of lounge chairs at the pool. Very relaxing. In Kara's review, she mentioned that the pool was small, but honestly, I think this is a pretty good size. Well, let's go in the adult-only pool. This feels kind of cool. Oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh my God, I was just about to hop in there. Guys, look at this. I can definitely tell why no one is here now.
There's these weird yellow bubbles floating in the pool. What is that?
Okay, I'm just gonna forget that I ever saw this. There's still multiple other pools, so let's definitely go check those ones out. All right, guys, we just made it to the second pool, and it's located in the middle of the boat. But guys, you have no idea how embarrassing it is testing 1-star reviews on a cruise. Literally everybody is staring at me right now. But anyways, let's hop in the pool. This is the coldest pool I've ever felt before, but I'm just glad it didn't look like the other one over there. This is a lot better. But going back to Kara T's review, she said that the pool was small and hot. But I will definitely say that this pool is not hot. It's freezing. But I will have to say the pools are a little bit smaller than I expected for being on a cruise ship. Like, these pools can only hold 18 people, and there's hundreds of people on this cruise. So only a couple people at a time on this cruise can go in the pool. But guys, the crazy thing is there's still a lot more stuff on this cruise. Let's keep exploring.
There's also an entire casino and an arcade full of games. And then things got serious. I can't lose this basketball match.
Woo!
I won!
That was a good game.
Good game.
Great game.
There's also an entire gym to get a workout in the middle of the ocean. Then it was finally time for my performance, and the whole crowd started getting very excited.
Okay, guys, let's quiet down. I've actually never sang this live before, so you guys are the first people to hear this. Okay. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I didn't know if you guys would like it or not, but thank you guys. Hey, stop. Don't show that no one's here. Hey, guys, I have no idea what just happened. There was a lot of people cheering me on. Stop showing over there. Let's just keep on exploring the ship. We still have more stuff to cover.
Then I ran into some subscribers and we went and watched a show together in the theater. They were really getting into it.
Before coming on this cruise, obviously I was really nervous because this is one of the worst rated cruises in the world. But I made a lot of new friends. The service is amazing, so I'm honestly gonna miss Margaritaville.
Now it's late, so I'm headed back to my room to go to bed.
Guys, I just got woken up in the middle of the night to people literally screaming outside.
I can hear everything they're saying.
I can hear everything they're saying right now, and it's 2 a.m.
I barely got any sleep last night, and oh my God, this is a whole traffic jam.
Margaritaville, it's been fun, but now it is time to go on the next cruise. Let's go.
What an interesting experience, but now it is time to go on the last and final cruise called
The Celebrity Cruise. Wait, does that mean there's gonna be celebrities on this cruise? Someone like Ronaldo could be here. Zoe! Okay, but it's time to get to the bottom on why this cruise has a 2.0 star. Let's read some reviews. Gavin W said, absolutely shocking cruise. Without a doubt, it's the worst ever. Crew look exhausted and completely uninterested in any form of service. 1 star. Okay, that sounds really bad. Why are they so confident that this is the worst cruise ever? Jen J said, what can I begin to say about this place? Avoid. Exclamation point. 1 star. Okay, I'm definitely a little nervous now because all the reviews are just saying this cruise is terrible. And with all that being said, it is now time to go on the 2.0 star cruise. Let's go.
On my way through security, I met some subscribers. Everything was fine until I saw this.
I already see a problem. There's a leak from the ceiling. Woo! We made it onto the cruise. Where are the celebrities at?
So this is the main lobby. It looks really cool for being a 2.0 star cruise. There's even live music being played. Very fancy. But of course, the elevators were very slow. It took at least 30 minutes to get up to my room.
All right, guys, we just made it to my room and I have no idea what to expect. This cruise has a 2.0 star, so what are the rooms gonna look like? Oh, shoot. This cruise has a terrible rating, but this room is actually pretty cool. But we need to do a bed test! Ah! There's 2 beds, and this is the living room that comes with a couch that also turns into a bed. So far, this isn't bad for a 2.0 star cruise. And right here is my amazing window view of the ocean. Welcome to my bathroom. And welcome to the shower. Whoa, hey! What is there, ghosts in here or something? I am now drenched. What the heck was that? I just got here and I'm already drenched. We still have so much more to cover. I barely even looked in the lobby.
and I look ridiculous. I'm gonna leave a 1-star review on that shower now.
And after drying off, I found something under my bed that made me a little concerned for the rest of the cruise.
Okay, now I'm terrified again, because this is reminding me that we're floating on a massive ship in the middle of the ocean. But it's okay though. If we sink, I have this life vest. Okay, it's time to get to business and start this investigation. Tenica A said, this cruise is definitely for senior citizens. Activities and events are not inclusive to the younger generation, nor is the food. 1 star. Okay, well apparently this cruise is only meant for senior citizens, so that means I need to fit in. Boom! What do you guys think? Do I look good?
So now that I'm fully blended in, it's time to get to the bottom of why this cruise has such a bad rating. Okay, I should probably take off the wig. I don't want to look too suspicious. Then I made my way downstairs and found this hidden lounge area. And I noticed that the casino here is way bigger than the other cruises.
Okay, I have to be quiet because right here is an entire library. This is one of the most luxurious libraries I've ever seen, and it's on a cruise floating in the water. This place is pretty fancy for having a 2.0 star.
And next, welcome to the Sky Lounge. Inside is the most older generation activity ever, trivia. Does anyone actually know the answers to these questions? I didn't know. Maybe this cruise actually is made for older people.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is ready for bingo?
Come on, how is trivia busy, but not the bingo room? It's completely empty.
How am I supposed to fully test out this review? This activity isn't even open. But I'm not gonna stop here. Let's keep exploring. This is the outside pool area. It's kind of a vibe. I just don't think I'm dressed appropriately for the pool. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 jacuzzis in the pool area. Pretty nice. And as you guys can see, there are 2 main pools to swim in. And they even have an indoor pool. This place is massive. And around the entire cruise is a whole jogging track. Boom! I think that's broke a world record. Oh yeah. I cannot believe everything we've seen so far is all on the ship. Like, what the heck? After exploring mostly everywhere on the ship, I would say this cruise is for more of an older generation. But hey, I'm still having fun. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to say that this review is false. It isn't only for senior citizens. I'm having fun. It's cool. It's fine.
Now it's time to get athletic. They have a ping pong table. Yes, I know, I'm lonely. There was also an archery section, and I completely missed my shot. I have to say, this is definitely the biggest ship I've been on today. There's a shop with a ton of expensive jewelry, like this $10,000 egg. I can't believe all this is in the middle of the ocean.
Guys, I'm super excited to try out this next activity because I've never tried this before. And there's no music, it's just like on the headphones.
No music, just on the headphones.
This is called silent disco. It's a room where you listen to music that you can only hear while wearing headphones.
It is so quiet in here, but everyone's vibing. Okay, it's like really awkward if you take off your headphones. Let's keep them on.
I have never experienced something like this before. Then I walked back outside and found this.
Okay, is this chair massive or am I just tiny? Can somebody please tell me on how there's grass on a cruise? How did it even grow? I think this calls for a smell test. It's definitely real grass. I thought it was fake or something, but no, it's real.
Let's read the next review.
Jeffrey B said, I was very disappointed and would not recommend Celebrity Cruises. The ship was boring, the shows were awful, and the food was horrible. 1 star.
So I headed straight to the buffet to see if the food is actually horrible. And to be honest, it definitely had the most food options out of any of the cruises today. And I would say the food was actually pretty good. And the view was really nice. So this review is half busted.
Okay, now I'm about to go into a show inside of the theater. We're gonna see if the shows are actually boring, like the review said. Maybe they'll be entertaining. Let's go check it out.
They had a magic show and a comedy show. There wasn't much magic that actually happened, so some people look kind of bored.
So I did check out a couple of the shows, and I'm gonna have to say, they are a little boring. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I had to fully test out these reviews.
To fully make sure, I even asked a random person what they thought.
And what'd you think about the show?
Snoozer.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No. I'm being honest.
Okay, now that we covered that, it's time to read the next 1-star review. Larry B said, Chef too old and too tired for this job. All the cooks we saw seem unhappy and miserable. Most bathrooms were disgusting. 1 star. So with that being said,
It's time to test out that review.
I walked down into the food court expecting all the chefs to be tired and mean to me, but it was actually the opposite. The chefs were all in a good mood, and the food is great. I could tell they were working hard, so I wanted them to know I really appreciated them.
Thank you so much for making all this food for everybody.
Thank you so much for all the work you put in today.
Thank you so much for all the work you've been doing today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
This review is busted. Overall, this cruise was actually really nice. Probably the best one I've been on so far. I cannot wait to sleep in my own bed. I'm out of here.